Good afternoon there, YouTube. Out on the M7040 out here in the hayfield. This is the TF85 hayfield. Doing something that I have never done before. I have done something like it before, but I've never done this, and that is spread lime with a huge lime spreader. Putting out powdered lime today. So I've got the lime spreader, borrowed this from my neighbors. I think it's a Chandler lime spreader. We're sort of trial and erroring it right now. My neighbors that borrowed it from, they have put out potassium with this, potash with it, but they've never done any lime with it. So guys down here, my neighbors down here with me, and we're trying to figure it out. Right now it's going all right. I put about 6 scoops with the skid steer in the lime spreader. So I've made 3 rounds around the field so far. It's going pretty good. It's putting it out pretty good. So it's got a huge slinging distance on it. So you get way far apart when it comes to your track. So like I said, this is something I've never done. I put out plenty of pelletized lime with a regular old spin spreader, 3-point heat spin spreader, but never used one of these big lime spreaders, toe behind type. So I don't know how much this thing will hold. So we got it set. This field and another field, my biggest hay field, is the only fields I got to do. The rest of the hay fields are good as far as lime is concerned, but this one's the only one, this one and the other one's the only one that needs lime. Recommendation, my soil test recommendation said 1,000 pounds to the acre, so that's what we've got it set on, or what we think we've got it set on by the chart. So should be hopefully putting out 1,000 pounds to the acre. This field's 8 acres, so we're gonna see. It's doing pretty good. We haven't run out yet. Knock on wood, thank the good Lord above. So we're gonna keep on doing. Like I said, I'm heading into the 4th round in the field. I'm telling you, this thing knocks out some acreage. Having this big old spread that it has and the width that it puts out, it really has a huge spot throwing distance. I think it's like 30 to 50 feet. So like I said, we're really slinging it out. Like I said, hopefully 1,000 pounds to the acre. So, sorry, it's very shaky. Of course, this field here is pretty rough. It's still 85 field. So, but like I said, doing something here we ain't never done. I'm gonna try to, hopefully next field, I'm gonna try to get out and put the Picasso camera out, put it on the spreader, and let y'all watch the spreader work so we can put this lime out. So like I said, going along pretty good. Not something I've ever done, but also had 26 tons of lime dropped off, or that's what he said. It was a tractor trailer load. Just a mound of lime. I guess they know what they're doing when they measure that. So of course, supposedly it was 26 tons that he had gotten. So it was nice to know once I got the soil test results back. It was nice to see that it didn't have to do 2 fields. I am going to do 3. I'm going to do the dove field as well. It actually needs 2,200 pounds to the acre. So I'll have to do some adjusting when it comes to that. But it ain't too hard. All you got to do is look at the chart and figure out how much you got to put to the acre, or how wide you got to open that gate up, and that determines how much to the acre that you're actually putting out. So that's the only, it's those 3 fields I'm gonna do while I'm doing. So do got give me some potash. I know where to get it from. I'm gonna get it. I'm just gonna put it out with a little spin spreader. It takes, I need to put out about anywhere from 50 to 80 pounds to the acre for potash. I'm gonna get some of that hopefully next week and through 3 fields, and then I'll save up the last 2 fields. Of course, that stuff, they don't give that stuff out for free, so I'm on buy enough to do 3 fields, and then when I save up another little more money, I'll buy the other, what I need for the other 2 fields, and put that out. So, of course, we still right at 1st of March. This is a good time to put this lime out, get it to work, and I still got some time before I have to put that potash out. So, anyway, so, like I said, with this kind of spread path and swat that you can put out with this thing, I mean, you can move right through a field. I'm almost done with this field, and this is, I think, the 5th round here on it. So, but anyway, I'm gonna keep doing this. Hopefully, I'm gonna get you set up, maybe on the skid steer, watch me load, and then watch the spreader put it out. So, be back shortly. Well, guys, it's the next day. It was on Thursday that I was working on spreading lime, and this is on Friday here. And I've got it parked under the tank here. Right after I cut off yesterday videoing, I ran out of the lime in the spreader just immediately after I got done filming. I ran out. So took off, went back over to where I was loading the lime at, and got out. Me and my neighbor talked about how the first spreading had went, and thought it went pretty good, and tried to figure out some poundages and all that in our head. And while I was spreading, he was actually watching some videos of spreading lime and people talking about the poundage and this, that, and the other. So we got it where we thought we wanted it. We had set it on 3, and y'all not gonna be able to see it, but your little mark is all right here. This is where you look. Here's your pointer aspect here, and we've got it on 3. Yeah, you can see that. See, we got it on setting 3, and that's what the chart says for 1,000 pounds to the acre. Right here, this is what we're looking at. This actually says 1230, so we just went ahead and set it on setting 3, and that's what that is down here, is setting 3. So, and that's how much the gate is open. So we decided on that, and as you can tell, this is a wheel operated machine. Some of them are PTO driven, but this is actually or chain driven. I think the one that we actually have that's being worked on is a chain driven machine. And I think the spinners back here are PTO driven, whereas this one is all hydraulic. You got these hydraulic pumps that are running here. You got 2 different hydraulic pumps there that are running the spinners down here to throw the lime out or whatever else you may be pushing out, so, and spreading. So, and then you've got the wheel here that turns, and that turns the chain that is inside of the spreader, pulling the material out that you see there. So, and I actually had the camera set up to where it was going to watch, and maybe once we get back to that. So, and I had plenty of daylight, and so I went ahead and, if I can get up here without busting my tail, because I did that a bunch, I went ahead and loaded this sucker up. We decided that we had put 6 scoopfuls of material in here to start off with. And so we decided, hey, let's go with 8. 8 should do it. It should help us. I had a little bit more to do in the one field, and I could finish that and possibly go to the next field and be able to knock that field out. So I said, okay. So I loaded up 8. He left, loaded up 8, got out in the field. Boom, wouldn't do anything. The wheel would not turn. It would not pull the chain whatsoever when I pushed it down. So I come back to the house. I said, well, maybe it looked like there was too much weight on this tire here. It looked like there was too much weight on it. And it was piled up pretty good right here in this area. So I come back to the house, got a shovel, and I come back, or I took the shovel and pushed it and sort of leveled it out. I got up in here and leveled it out. And that helped the tire and the weight to be distributed more. So I went back out to the field, cut it on, wouldn't do nothing. I said, oh. So I went back over to the piles and I started scooping. And I probably scooped out with the shovel 2 bucketfuls. I said, okay, maybe I've got enough out to wear the chain away. No, would not work. Still wouldn't work. So I went back and I said, okay. So I scooped out to what you see now. I mean, I scooped out in the center a whole bunch there. Went back out in the field, nothing whatsoever. So I said, well, I'm gonna quit for the day. I'll shoot my neighbor a text and tell him what happened, and we'll see what was going on. So came out here this morning and was looking and had a big old clump of, I don't know if it's a rock, because it does have some rocks in it, I can tell. But it has some rocks in it or something, you know, hard pieces of lime or something, I don't know. But anyway, had a big clump right there at the tailgate, and it's acting almost like it was wedged. So I didn't know if that did it, so I opened up the gate and pulled that clump out and got rid of it. So I don't know if that helped or not. I hadn't pulled it out because I've been waiting on my neighbor. He said he was going to come down here and we were going to look at it together, so I'm still waiting on him. So that's the update on lime spreading. I got 1 load out, and that was all I got done yesterday. So either be back to it maybe here later on. I'm right around lunchtime right now, a little after, and got some things I got to do this afternoon. But if I don't get back to it today, it may be next week before I get back to spreading a little. But at least I do have the shed here where I parked the tractor and the round baler that I can put this in and keep it dry. So luckily, so I do have that. So I'll be back whenever we hopefully get back to spreading lime. Well, guys, I finally got this load out, cleaned out, as you can tell. And I can tell you, I didn't get it cleaned out by spreading it all out. I have now successfully unloaded this entire thing, 8 skid steer bucketfuls of lime. I successfully unloaded it with a shovel. Up to this point, between yesterday and today. And my neighbor went out there and tried to do it, wouldn't do nothing. I took some more out of the center of it, still wouldn't do nothing. So I went back and I just shoveled and shoveled and shoveled till I had it all the way down to the chain. The only thing that was on it was what was hung up in those little grooves of the chain there. And he spun the tire by hand and it worked. So we don't know what's wrong. We think just the weight, pure weight, 8 bucket loads, that stuff's the weight of it, we think's what caused it to lock up like that. So we have learned our lesson. I'm not gonna put but 4 bucketfuls. It worked decent with 6. It took a little bit for the tire to go, so I'm only gonna go with 4 bucketfuls from now on. If I had to make more trips, it'd be worth it to me to make more trips than to have to hand shovel that whole container out. So anyway, hopefully next time you see this thing going, it's gonna be spreading some lime. So. 16th. I was trying to put out lime last Thursday. Don't remember the date. Anyway, so it has been a week since I have been out in the field trying to put out lime. Finally, we are being successful. Thank the good Lord above. As y'all know, I hand scooped or shoveled every bit of the lime out of the spreader and went back to working. So finally able to get out here this Thursday, put 4 scoops in it, went out, finished up one field I started in, got it done, worked well. And I actually got a little portion of another little spot done that I hadn't even planned to put lime on, but I put lime on it anyway. So I got it, some lime on it. So I went back, put 5 scoops in this time. I'm not going above 5 scoops, but I have 5 scoops in it now, and we spread lime. So that is a very, very good thing that we are spreading lime. So we're in the biggest field, hay field we got, the a little over 13 acres in this field. So trying to get it spread on this field here, going about 6.1 miles an hour spreading. So this is a good spreader. Like I said, it really chunks it out, but you just can't put a lot of that heavy lime in here. You're gonna get burnt and you're gonna be hand unloading every bit of it. So really am thankful that I'm able to get this sucker working again and gonna get this lime spread. So I hope should be able to, because of course we're in daylight savings time now. And I tell you, I know a lot of people don't like daylight savings time, but I do love it because of this, being able to get home from work, be able to get out here and get some work done. It's really nice. So at that time to be able to do it. It's just a little bit after 5 now, so I got plenty of time to be able to get this lime spread. So I'll keep working on this and hopefully get this big field done, and then I want to do our dove field. It's actually going to take 2,200 pounds to the acre, so I'm going to open the open the gate up a little bit more than what I got it on now. So but anyway, I'm going to work on this, and I'll be back shortly with a little update. Hopefully we'll be moving right along. Well folks, I finally got the lime done. Finally got it done. So I actually just parked the tractor and spreader at the house. Heading up there to get the skid steer. I didn't do any more filming whatsoever because I'm sort of trying to get it done. You can't hardly tell it, but the sun is going down about 7:35. So, and I had a little issue with the skid steer. Didn't want to crank there when I got back for the last load. Took me forever to get it started, so I finally got it cranked up. So, but anyway, it did do this field here, which is the one right behind the house. I got it done. I didn't do the whole field, I just did the portion I'm actually walking in right now. So, but I did get that done, so I got a little bit more. I put about 2,000 pounds to the acre. Had a right amount, just the right amount in the last load to put 2,000 pounds to the acre on the dove field. So worked out. Thank the good Lord, I got all that lime put out. I've already bought the potash for, again, the field I'm in, and the TF85 field over there, and then my little triangle field. I've got the potash for that. So Saturday I'll probably be doing some potash. I'll try to get some video of that. So I sort of broke my potash buying because it ain't cheap whatsoever. So sort of breaking up it into two binds or two purchases, as you may want to say. So anyway, but I got that done. It's a beautiful sunset tonight with some clouds there. So it'll be a beautiful night, been a beautiful day. So got some rain, I think, coming in. So I'm glad I got that lime done. It'll help the rain we got coming in is gonna help this that lime to go in the ground. So, but anyway, I appreciate y'all watching. It's probably gonna be a long video with everything I had to do with this lime and everything, with spreader messing up on me and all. But anyway, hope y'all enjoyed the video. God bless each and every one of you. Please like, subscribe, comment, give me a thumbs up, share the videos, and we will catch you in the next one. See you later.